Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm your favorite girl, Coach Ada. On this channel, I'll be teaching you how to build a solid website without having a tech background. I'll be teaching you how to code, simple ways to code. On this channel, I'll simplify everything. Both the terms, I will use a simple terms to explain all the tech terms so that even a child in primary school will understand it. Subscribe to my channel. Sit tight and watch how to build a website, a professional website without having a tech background, and also how to make a career in tech. I'll be teaching you the ABC terms or the ABC ways of building a website. And on this channel, we'll be using the Notepad. There are so many code editors in building websites, but we will be making use of the Notepad because the Notepad is easier to understand more than other code editors that we'll have. We have so many other code editors like the VS Code, the Sublime and all that. We will not be using those advanced tools. We'll be making use of the Notepad because the Notepad is very easy and simple for even a layman to understand. So on this very channel, I will be teaching you the simple terms or the simple ways to build a website. Are you a business owner, a student, an entrepreneur, and you need something like a website? I will teach you the simple ways you can equally build a website for your brand, your businesses, and all that. I will hold you by the hand to teach you these simple ways. And after each lecture, if you have any question, feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I will try my very best to respond to all the questions. Now, let's begin. Firstly, we'll be starting with the HTML. The HTML simply means hypertext markup language. It is a building block of every website. The HTML, let me explain it in simple terms. The HTML is just like, let's take for instance, a building. When you want to build a house, you start from the foundation, you make the foundation, you put your blocks, you put your rods, make the pillars, you build the house to the rooftop. That's what the HTML is like in the website. It is the building plan. While the CSS is used to beautify your web page, it's used to beautify your web pages. So after you might have finished building, the CSS will now serve like a paint. When you now paint the building, you decorate it, put in your windows, put in those things that will make the house beautiful. That's what CSS does. Why the JavaScript makes it functional. So we'll be taking them one after the other. We'll be starting with the HTML. Now let's begin. As we progress, I will be explaining the element, the tags, one after the other. Now, let's begin. Go to your the search bar on your laptop, your desktop, type the Notepad, type Notepad on it, and your Notepad you see the Notepad app. It is on every laptop, so you don't need to download it. If you don't have it on your laptop, on your system, you can equally download it. Now, after you might have opened the Notepad, the next thing to do is to less than sign. In tech, we call it the opening tag. But because I want to simplify everything, I'll be using tech terms and also English terms so that anyone can equally understand what I'm trying to say. So type in your less than sign followed by the exclamation sign and the doc type, HTML. The doc type simply means document type, and the document you're trying to do create the HTML. Then after you might have written that, you now close it with the greater than sign. That is the closing. In normal English, we call it your greater than sign. So it is the opening tag of a HTML followed by a closing tag of the HTML. You can see how I'm writing it there. You close it. And in this HTML, as you've written it, everything you're going to do on your website will be inside the HTML document. It will be inside it. So as you've written it, what you will now do is everything will be inside it. What you now do is go to the center and divide it into two. As you divide it into two, it simply means that everything you're going to write on your browser will have to be inside it because it is an HTML document. If you write anything outside it, you're on your own. But so far you're trying to build a website, everything must be inside the HTML. Now, inside every HTML, we have the head. And the head is the opening tag of the head and also the closing tag of the head. Whatsoever you're writing in coding, you must have an opening tag and a closing tag, and each one you write, you must close it. So every HTML document have the head, the head section and the body. You can see the next line, I'm writing the body, and I also closed it. So if you write any code you write, you must always close it with the closing tag. And everything you're going to do will be inside. You can see everything we are writing is inside the HTML. Then inside the head section, we also have what we call the title. You can see that what I'm writing is in between the opening head and the closing head. So inside the head, we also have what we call the title. This title is the name of your page, how your page will appear on the name your page will bear on the browser. That is what the title element stands for. So you now choose the name you want your page to bear. Anyone that clicks on it, they will see your name and all that. So right now we'll be using Code is Simple as our title. Code is Simple. So you can see me typing the Code is Simple. It is inside the title. It is inside the title element. It is not outside it. So everything you write, and the title is inside the head section. Now, after this, you now come to the body section. The body section, it is now where you now write everything you want to appear on your website. It is in the body section. Then you come to the body section, you divide it into two. That is you divide the opening and the closing into two. And now write whatever you want to write inside the body. The head section is different. The body is different. So you can see how I divided the body into two. Now I'm starting with my H1. That is heading. H1 stands for heading 1. And this heading 1 can be used to write your chapters, your topics of importance. You will see how all these things will appear on our website after we might have finished writing. So the H1, so it is inside the body that you now write you now write your H1, your paragraphs, your image, inside the body section. So I've finished with my H1. That is my first heading. You are free to write anything you want, anything you want on the H1. Like, let's say your topic is on health, or your topic is health education. You can write it there. I'm just trying to use my first heading as an illustration. So inside the heading is where you introduce topics of importance. The topic that when someone, instead of you putting bold, making your this thing pro. Now, let us save. Now we want to save our document. Click on File, go to Save As, then go to your file name, clear that thing there, and now put the name you want to save your document with. We'll be saving ours with index, and whatever name you're using to save your document, after putting that, you must put .html before you can save. It must be, you can see what I wrote there, index.html. Then you come to save as type, click put on all file. Then on the encoding, you must make sure you are saving it on UTF-8. That is the right code for saving your HTML file, so that when you click it on the browser, it will appear. Then after that, you click on save. You click on save. You have already saved your document. Now look at and see that the index we saved has now appeared on our Notepad. Now let's view the document that we've typed so far. When we've saved the index, you double click on it or you right click to open it. This is how what we have written so far. This is how it appears on our browser. At the top, you can see that the title, we saved it as Code is Simple. You can see it on the top of the browser. My first heading, you can see how bold it is looking. The one with paragraph, you can see that it is not that pronounced like that of my first heading. So that's how you can see. Let's go back to